Good morning. Welcome back to Rich Media Podcast. Today, I am so happy and so thrilled to present a young lady who has done some fantastic things for the world. She has done something that everybody really needs. They don't pay much attention to it, but she has learned the code on how to do these things. She's a wonderful mother. I've known her 10 plus years. I didn't have any gray hair when I first met her, but I'm going to tell you, I want you to listen closely to her story because her story, if you are uninspired right now, if you don't have the answer to believing if you can do something that's impossible, I'm going to tell you today, when you listen to this young lady speak, I'm telling you, you may want to grab yourself a pen and paper. I'm telling you right now, this lady has inspired me. She's so great. She's so great that she told people what she was going to do before she did it. Now, it takes a real go-getter to do that. So, without further ado, I want her to talk about herself. She knows herself better than anybody else on the planet. So, without further ado, let me bring Miss Iketta Ricks to the screen. And there she is. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I am blessed and highly favored.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast today. I know your time is very valuable. So, what I like to do is get right into it. You know, I love stories with my heart. If your story has helped me, and I want the world to know your story. So, take it away.
All right. Hey, everybody. I am Iketta Ricks, the CEO of Sawyer Score Credit Repair. And I do have a story and a testimony to tell. I came from being a single mom who was in dysfunctional relationships where I was forced to stay in a relationship because I couldn't afford to leave. I've been on public assistance, food stamps, you name it, I was there. But one of the things that I learned is the struggle is not a place that I wanted to stay. Sis had to get out because my why was my children and making sure that they had the best mom and that I was being the best version of Aikita. And I knew one of the ways to help me get there was to have credit, good credit, and to have financial freedom. So with me knowing that, I took a deep dive into repairing my credit. I had spent probably over $3,000 with a big name company that I asked to help fix my credit because really my life depended on it. And they played with it. Like my life and my kids' life didn't depend on it. So I took a deep dive. I started doing research. And what they didn't do in 9 months, I was able to do within 3 months to get my credit score from the low 400s, it was on life support, to above a 640 to get approved to build a brand new house from the ground up. And from there, I just kept working on my credit to now I have a 750 plus on all three credit bureaus. And God told me, He was like, this is your purpose, this is your passion. And I was helping so many people behind the scenes. And in 2019, I took a course. I believe it was 2019. I took a course so that I could get more knowledge to learn how to do this. And within the first 5 months of me actually launching my credit repair business, and I was kind of sneaking behind the scenes, God showed me that I needed to walk away from my corporate America job of 10 plus years and do credit repair full time. And I haven't looked back, and I've been so blessed to connect and meet so many amazing people. I've helped so many people achieve their dreams of being homeowners. I've shown single moms how to make 6 additional streams of income. I've taught people how to be able to get into reliable cars instead of going to car lots and getting the older model, high mileage car that they want you to have or that they have to put you in instead of going in and getting the car and negotiating the deal and to get what you want to drive off the lot with. Um, so I just use my struggles and my sacrifices as my strength to be able to better myself and others.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, as a show, we are about watering the flowers while we can still smell them. That's what we're about. And the thing is, to hear your story, so many people get stuck on something that you broke through. And you said something very key. You said your why was the reason. Like, for somebody who doesn't understand, the reason they should use a strong personal why to move to the next level, what is something that you can drop in their spirit right now on the reason to use the why as a source of strength and motivation?
Your why is really your being. Like, you don't have to be stuck in any type of situation. You can achieve anything. I'm all about having faith and manifesting the things that we want to have and put
Mm-hmm.
into fruition. So one of the things, like my why, and I also shared it with my children as we were going through this transition,
Mm-hmm.
for me getting good credit and to get us a safe home to be. I brought them to the model homes. We looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
We went around. We walked around. We took pictures. This lot where our house is currently built, we came here and I showed them faith. When I said, "Hey, this year we're not having Christmas. We're gonna. Mommy's fixing her credit, so that we can have a better life." And we brought them here. We prayed over this lot on Christmas, and I taught them faith. Faith is the things unseen until it becomes real. And for 7 months, I think it was 7 months, we came out to this lot. And one day we came to this lot, and guess what? It was foundation. We came back a few days later and it was structure. We came back a few days later and we had siding and rooms and carpet and cabinets. So you have your why is that's your strength. Like, it's gonna pull you through. Like, all you gotta do is you gotta see it, you gotta believe it, you gotta be hungry for it. Like, your why is going to push you. It's going to push you. If you don't have a why, then it's going to go to the wayside. If you don't care, then it's just gonna be that. Yeah, why it's gonna push you. My kids are proud of me. I'm proud of my kids, but it was something that we did together. I wanted them to have more. I wanted them to be more than Section 8 babies. I wanted them to not have to wait to the first of the month to get food. I didn't want to have to tell my kids, no, I can't afford that. Like, no, you can't get no tennis shoes. Your feet got to be at the top of your toe because mommy can't afford to go get you no shoes yet. They want them to have hand-me-downs from this kid to this kid. I wanted them to be able to be in sports and me be able to pay for it. I didn't want to tell my son, hey, you can't, be in band because mommy can't afford the instruments, or my credit isn't good enough to get you the instruments. So your why is going to be why you need to have credit. Credit is everything. You need it for everything. Where you live,
Mm-hmm.
what you drive, the cell phone that you have, if you got to get it financed, you need it for utilities. Everything that we need or desire typically requires credit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. So many people. I hope you grasp on what she was talking about. There's an invisible message inside of what she was saying. So you might want to rewind this thing and listen to it again, because she actually walked around a plot of dirt, planted her faith in a place that was not real. And she kept walking by faith and not by sight, and seeing the evidence of her faith being built room by room. Come on, man.
Mhm.
Come on. Come
Yeah.
on. This is what we need in the world. There's so many people that get stuck there. They get stuck at that point where they don't break through. And I'm telling you, she just told you how to do it. You got to stand on the faith, just like the Lord stood on the water. He stood on the substance of the word, not the thing that you can see. And I
Mhm.
believe that wholeheartedly with my heart. So you say credit, Sawyer Score credit. So tell me how Sawyer Score, how did that come into being? Besides, I know you gave a prelude to it, but how did you actually do it? Did you have a mentor? Did you have a coach? I mean, because some people don't look at life. People think they can do things on their own in this
Mhm.
world, and I don't.
Mhm.
I don't think that if an ant has to work together. I think that we as intelligent people should take note of what the ant does for the queen. I think we should take note of what a community can do for each other. You need them, they need you.
Yeah.
So you said something about you wanted to make a difference in your kids' life. So you don't want your kids to start over. In other words, like I had to start over. My mom had to start over. you know. And if I didn't do what was right, my kids would have had to start over. But they don't have to start over now. They can start with substance,
Yeah.
which is hopefully every parent's dream, not to make their kids start over because they had to start at the bottom.
Right.
So, with that being said, who taught Miss Iketta
Yes.
how to get into the game? Not who, but like, what did you have a mentor? Was it, you know? Tell us
I
about
do.
that.
I will share her because she's amazing.
Yes.
So my mentor that I used, her name was Ashley Massengill with
Mm,
AMPM Credit Repair, and she is amazing. Her story is also amazing.
mm,
One of the things that I was going to do, because I was going to talk myself out of doing this because credit repair is something that I said, I don't want to do that. I just do it for free. It's just a pastime. And another piece of my story was I was going to go buy a Louis Vuitton bag instead of investing in her course.
mm,
And one of my good friends, and that's one thing about you have to be around people who are going to manifest you. That's when I tell people I'm your credit bestie. Your best friends tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. My best friend, she snatched me up and she was like, no, put the bag back. I had it on the counter at the Louis Vuitton, ready to purchase it. She said, no, you told me you wanted to invest in Ashley Massengill's course. And she was like, that's what I want to see you do. So I didn't buy the bag. I invested the bag money and now I can carry any bag that I want to. Um, I took her course. It was amazing. And matter of fact, I was out of town in the Dominican, and I thought she was going to release her course while I was in the Dominican. And her courses literally sell out in like seconds. Like sis made $1 million in 40 seconds, like a few months ago. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't bring my credit card. I'm gonna have to stand on the roof at this Dominican because I don't have internet. Like I literally inboxed her. I was like, Ashley, I'm out of town. Like I can't do it. She was like, it's cool. She was like, I'm not going to release it. My friends were all ready to pay for the course for me. I took her course and I implemented because you can take a course, you can have a coach, but if you don't execute and implement, you're going nowhere fast. And I took her blueprint, did as she told us, and I hit the ground running. And within the first 5 months of me launching my business, I fired my corporate America boss. I had a goal of making at minimum $5,000 a month in credit repair, and I haven't looked back since. I've been blessed to be able to teach other women and men how to do the same thing that I do as well.
mm,
So, and I also have another coach. He's amazing. He's a global and international $1 million coach. And he's amazing. He stays on me to get things done. So
mm,
even podcasts, like he
mm.
had to push me out of my own way. He was like, "You got to do it. Your story needs to
Mhm.
be heard." It's like so you can
Yes.
cry about it for 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the day, sis, pop on the podcast and share your story.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Me being a mentor, it's so hard to get people to understand like the value of someone who has a plan, like a real plan, not like just making stuff up as we go. A blueprint, like a person who builds a house from the ground up. They got a blueprint for every nail and every screw,
Yeah.
you know. And like the people who are like buried under their reasons, their excuses, their setbacks, their all the times that people told them no. You know, those people are the ones who really need a coach. You know, you can't run a team without being coached first. You
Mm-hmm.
need a coach. And the thing is, I understood this a few years ago. My son started saying it, but I had read it so many times. But he said, people who don't pay attention. If you don't put your money there, like if I left some money, like let's say I left $3,000 at my friend's house,
Mm-hmm.
at our mutual friend's house, Mr. James Holmes. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say I left that $3,000 on his table. I'm gonna go back and get that. I'm gonna go back and get that. If I accidentally left it there, I'm gonna go back. Let's say I'm in Texas, I'm gonna go back and get that because where your heart is, if you put your money there, your heart's gonna go there too.
Yes.
So how do you get over, like, how do you get through to people that they should pay to for the right to learn a skill, a real true life skill that can help them do exactly what you did, get to a point, nobody's the same. So everybody needs a different amount of time to get. Some people can get through it in 5 days because they like that. They got a go getter spirit, like you said. Ashley made $1 million in 40 seconds. Hallelujah! I want to know her.
Yeah.
I want to know her. So what do you like? What is like the main reasons why people decide not to buy a program that can help them like elevate their life, like So Your Score does for people's credit scores?
This is what I've learned. People pay for what they want and they beg for what they need.
Mm,
That's it. People pay for what they want and they beg for what they need. I tell people I'm friendly, but I'm not free. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And like
mm-hmm,
you said, I love when you said that people who don't pay attention. And when you invest in something, you take it more to heart. I invested in her course. I needed to get a return on my investment. So that's why when I tell people, like I coach as well, and I tell people I'm being coached. I have to pay my coach, and then I am watering the flowers. I am pouring back into you, but your corporate America boss will never put you in position to be their neighbor, but your mentor or coach will.
mm,
So you need to invest in yourself. Everybody has had that to have help. Let my mistakes and the things that cost me a lot of money, let me help you not make those same mistakes. Let's help you get here a little bit quicker than what I did because you don't have to make those same mistakes. I made those mistakes before for you. My coach made those mistakes for me. You know what I'm saying? So now I can be a better person. I can help other people to be a better person. When it comes to their business, mentoring them, or getting their credit, we've all bad credit happens to good people. I'm a good person, but bad credit happened to me.
mm-hmm,
But now I'm a different person. I know better, and when you know better, you can do better. So that's
mm-hmm,
why I tell people I don't just fix credit. I change lives and I change lifestyles. I educate you. I empower you. And I entertain you a little bit. We're going to laugh and joke and get through this thing. But I want you to have generational wealth. I want you to have generational education and knowledge so your kids don't have to get it out of the mud. Like we got it out of the mud. I got it out of the mud. You got it out of the mud. I
mm-hmm,
don't want my kids to have to get it out of the mud. I don't want my granddaughter to have to get it out of the mud. I want to be able to leave a legacy for them to be able to continue. So I'm proud to say that two two of my sons, two of my three sons, they had their one is 27, his birthday is today, and one is 18. Those two already have a 700 credit score. They both went um, last year to go get brand new cars. Mom just went to make sure that the deal went good, but they
mm-hmm,
went in. They didn't have to put any money down. They watched me, no money down. They got to negotiate and say what they wanted their payments to be. Like those are the things that our kids should be able to do. My kids know like what I do. They help. They get in this business with me. Take these
mm-hmm.
letters to the post office.
Yeah, yeah. Legacy, living legacy. Right now, living legend. Like your coach had to go through struggles to get the knowledge, the
Mhm.
know-how, the understanding, and then he gave it to someone else, and
Mhm.
then that coach gave it to you, and
Yes.
you have the benefit of being a third generation. You don't have to start at the bottom. That is so amazing, and I love that idea. I love that idea.
Mhm.
So, whew, everybody needs to have a 750. What's the rate? What score do people need? Like what's the minimum score a person needs to start seeing a positive improvement in their credit life?
All right. So different goals have different credit scores. So if you're looking
Mm,
to purchase a home, at minimum, your mortgage lenders want you to have a 640. At
mm-hmm,
minimum, that middle score needs to be a 640. If you're you can get a car at a 640, but it's my goal to make sure that you have a lower interest rate and that you get the car that you want. So for cars, I'm going to say let's aim for between a 660 and a 690 just to get a good interest rate. So you're not having an outrageous car payment that is going to put you back into a bind. So 660 to 690 for those credit cards. I can get you a secured credit card with absolutely no credit score. I'm actually waiving the processing fees for my secured card right now to help you start building credit.
Mm.
But credit cards and things like that, definitely, let's say like a 650, 660 and above, because at our age group, a $500 credit limit or $1,000 credit limit is just really not a lot of credit. It doesn't ring she's credit responsible to lenders. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
like to get you up there so you can get approved for $10,000, 15,000, $25,000. But as you get that type of money, I'm definitely going to educate you and stay on your back to teach you how to keep it. We're not running up the card. I teach you that 30% is our goal, but people who have a 700 or higher credit score, we typically keep our credit utilization between 1 and 9%.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't spend more than I can pay back. If I
Mm-hmm.
charge something, I definitely my goal for myself is that I have to be able to buy it 3 times. So if you see me carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, know that I've worked and I should be able to purchase it 3 times before I walk in the store to carry
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you ain't got your if your credit score is terrible right now. And I'm gonna say terrible because I lived a
it.
terrible. I didn't even know what credit scores were. I didn't know it. I didn't know nothing about it. I went to college and a dude put a Discover card in my hand. Hey, here you go, buddy. You can go buy your groceries. And I'm like, I filled out a couple forms. I ain't read nothing,
Hmm.
and I just went. Nobody said you had to. I thought it was just free money, like the Pell Grant.
That was me.
And I went and I started. I was like, "Oh yeah, free food for everybody. What you need, bro? You need something? You need some? Whatever." And then I ended up once I became an adult, that killed everything, every dream I had.
Hmm.
That little score when I had the money to do what I need to do, but I didn't have the credit worthiness.
Hmm.
So you have an educational platform that teaches people how to get this information into their mind and heart so that they can use it. You have a thriving business that's creating income for your family and creating an impact in the community. So you're doing something so beautiful for the people, and everybody should know Miss Iketta Ricks because she's right here with us. She ain't too big. She took her time to come and hang out with a person like me to bring her out to the world. And that's so beautiful because, I think of myself every day as a servant and I always
Hmm.
want to serve people. That's
Yes.
it. My only goal in life is to please the Lord and to serve the people that I can serve. Those are the
Yes.
only two things that I want.
Yes.
Everything else, God will give, He will bring it to me. Like
Yes.
FedEx, you know what I mean? Better than FedEx. It's guaranteed on time, you
Yes.
know. So I want to ask you a couple of questions, and feel free to go where you want. We're getting to around the 10-minute mark. So I like to ask these questions because it always helps people. Do you read books?
I do. I read a lot of books, and one of the things that I do personally for me is I spend 10 hours a week investing back into me. So that could be 10 hours of me collectively reading a book. It could be me on YouTube watching videos or learning, listening to podcasts. It could just be different things, but I pour into me because you never stop learning. Like I'm never going to stop learning in order to elevate to the next level. So I definitely read a lot of books to help me stay on top of where I need to be at and to motivate me. I don't know
Mm,
everything.
man, the more I read books, the more I read, the more I find that I don't know. You
Hmm.
know, it's like if I'd have read that 3 years ago, wow. So what do you say to those? What's a message for those people who say they don't like to read?
I love this. I tell my clients reading is fundamental.
Yeah.
You got to start now because they're like, Iketta, tell me what it says. No, because when you go sign for your car and you're doing those agreements, Ikeda is not going to be there to read it for you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? And the car salesman can tell you anything. It's his goal to get you to sign that paper so he could get the commission. So if
Mm-hmm.
you have to go to court, you can't say, Joe, my salesperson said that da 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 da. They're gonna be like, well, what did you read
Mm-hmm.
before you signed your name on the
Mm-hmm.
paper on the
Mm-hmm.
dotted line? So reading is fundamental. A lot of people get caught up in deals and agreements because they are listening, but they're not reading. So
Mm-hmm.
you do need to read. I mean, and you sometimes you don't even know that you enjoy reading until you start reading. People
Mm-hmm.
like this burns me. People be like, I'm scared to fly. What are you scared of? You ain't even been on a plane. You don't even know what you're scared of.
Exactly. Nice.
And then you get on the plane. Now you want to fly all over the world. You want to fly across town
Yeah. Yeah.
because you enjoy it so much. But you let your mind block you. So you
Mm-hmm.
may enjoy reading, but you don't know because right now reading isn't cool. They don't make reading cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I get a cup of tea or a glass of wine. I get my book, and I read it. And the book I read the most is the Bible. I stay in my work. I say, sis is in her bag, but she's also in her Bible.
Wow. Love it. Love it. When I
Mhm,
talk to people about reading, they look at me and they say, "So this is how you became successful?" I said, "No, my success started when I picked up the book. That's when
mhm,
that before I even read a book, when I made a decision in my mind that reading was, first of all, I found out that they would hurt people back in the past if they read a book.
mhm,
If they learned how to read and they read a book to their children, to their tribe, or to whatever, they would kill people for that. So I said, why would a man kill another man for reading a book?
mhm.
And then I was at a restaurant. Do I have a minute to tell just a real quick story? So I
Absolutely.
was so I was at Starbucks and I was using their Wi-Fi. I had no coffee. I had a Starbucks cup, but it had water in it. I was
Mhm,
that broke. But I was and anyway, so I'm sitting at Starbucks, the new Wi-Fi thing, incredible. I can go get free internet, so I could do
mhm,
my stuff. And there was a guy sitting there, and he was a white guy, and he looked like he was worth $1 billion. That's just the way he looked to me. It was
mhm,
like a shimmering, had it like he had lights around him and stuff. Now I'm not bragging on his race and all
mhm,
that type of stuff. I'm just saying to me at that time, it
mhm,
was a sign for me. So another guy pulls up and they both had these black shiny BMWs. The guy that was sitting there was the elder, and another guy came in and he was younger.
mhm,
Both of them were shimmering. They just looked good, and it's convenient that they were able to park right next to each other so I could see both of them at the same time.
mhm,
So the guy comes in, the older gentleman gets up, he gives a good handshake. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Good. And he sat him down, and they pulled out two pieces of paper. The guy read over it. He said, "Yep, exactly what they told me was going to happen." And he signed the paper, signed the bottom copy of the paper,
mhm,
and then I heard these words next. He said, "Once you accumulate your first million in profit, pay your debt." He just gave this dude $1 million acquisition for just nothing, just because he had connections.
mhm,
Then he said something that's the key. The reason I'm saying all this, because I wanted to give a little prelude. So he has a guy, and it's weird, but his name was Tyrone, who worked for him downtown, big office building downtown Indianapolis. He said if Tyrone would turn around and read the books, read all the manuals, he would be able to duplicate everything that we've done here. And if I was just thinking, I knew this guy was worth multiple millions of dollars, no question.
mhm.
No question at all. When you accumulate your first million, make sure you pay so and so, and then after that, you in the game.
Yeah, okay.
So if Tyrone would turn around and read the manuals, he already does the job better than me with no information. He does everything. Tyrone is happy with 100,000, and then they had an evil laugh, with each other,
Mhm,
And then I thought about that. If he would read, And on that day is when I started reading. And I'm gonna tell you, I got way more books than this. I got
Mhm.
so many books around me. Everywhere in my office, I got books everywhere. And people say, "Why do you do that? You're a hoarder." I said, "No, I'm an avid reader."
Mhm.
And there's a certain author out there for everybody. It'll be a style that you can read. You will love the style, and you will be informed, educated, and you will have usable words that you can take into the marketplace and do some good with it. So I just wanted to share that because of so many people, my God, they just don't get it. If they understood that if you don't know what you don't know, and you can go and get what you don't know free at the library, whatever, internet, whatever you want, then you can have whatever type of life you want, but you have to do the work. So my last question I have for you, um, well, I got two more questions. One, I'm so interested because your story is so powerful. What books do you read? What books do you recommend?
Ooh, all right. One that was life changing for me is going to
Hmm.
be Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, banger. Yeah.
Um, I definitely read a lot of books about marketing,
Hmm.
the psych of marketing. That's always going to be good.
Hmm.
Um, and every book, like you said, there's an author for everybody. Um, I do like some of Dave Ramsey's. I don't believe everything he says, but he does
Hmm.
have some good tactics,
Hmm.
of helping save money. So I definitely started like reading Dave Ramsey, definitely working in corporate America.
Nice.
Um, I read a lot of like credit books. I will also let me shout out Ashley Massengills. She has First Class Credit as a book. My coach, Good Sexy is Good Credit is cool, but something I can grab it. It's like
Okay.
Marcus Clayton, but it's like Good Credit is cool, but Great Credit is sexy.
Hmm.
That's another book that like I read and I keep by me and I read it over and over because like I said, I like to stay up on it.
Hmm.
But that Rich Dad Poor Dad, whoo, snatch me together.
Yeah.
Snatch me
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It was boring in the beginning. I was like, oh God, this is so boring. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I stuck to it because one of the things, if I start a book, I have to finish it. Like I
Yeah.
don't care how I gotta struggle through it, power through it. If I get a book, it's my goal to finish it.
Nice. Very good. Very good. And I'm definitely I'm a big fan of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Definitely got the quadrant. The way he explained the quadrant was like,
Hmm.
okay, I got too much going out. I don't have enough coming in.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's usually our only problem if you real about it. So okay, well, I really appreciate you being on the show today. You really made my day. You
Thank
said you're
you.
just gonna do it.
I
You
did.
did it,
Yes.
and I appreciate you. If someone wants to reach you, how can they reach you for more information on your products and services, especially your education product? Because I so strongly believe that people need to educate themselves in 22. They need to understand that you have to pay attention to get the results. And you're the type of coach I can tell right now, like your friend told you to put down the bag. You're the type of person that's gonna say, "Nah, you gotta turn that TV off, sis,
Hmm.
and do that work and do that work." So, how can they reach you? How can people reach you?
All right. So for credit repair services and to find out more about me, you can always go to www.soaryourscore.com. So www.soaryourscore.com.
Mhm.
That gives you access to learn more about me, pricing, how my credit program works, and priority access to my calendar. For mentoring, you can hop on my Facebook page, Iketta Ricks, or at Sawyer Score Credit Repair on Facebook. You can drop me a message and I will send you a personal link to get onto mentoring with me. And the great thing about my mentoring is it's not a cookie cutter. I don't just send you a bunch of paper. We hop on live Zoom calls. For 1 hour and it's catered to your needs, what you need. Like we put together profit plans. I teach you marketing. I teach you how to scale your business. I make sure it's legally structured. I help you build business credit like within 90 days. So I'm going to give you all of me. Like, I don't, it's not like you got to pay a big amount of money like to get my knowledge. We stair step it. I make it very affordable so that people can be coached and mentored by me. I make my credit repair um, pricing is right now it's priced to help everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So I want to help, and I just posted. I want to be able to connect and help more people this year. I think
mm,
last year I had 111 new homeowners. I had
mm.
75 people get new cars. I had, hundreds of people get high limit credit cards. So I tell people if you trust the process and follow the blueprint, the results will come. That's it.
Very good. Very, very good. Thank you so much for one, sticking up for yourself, standing up for yourself. Thank you for teaching your children so that they won't have to go out here and start over. They have a it's so amazing. I'm so thankful for you today.
Mhm.
And I'm saying it from my heart. I really, really, really am thankful and grateful for this opportunity and time to record. A lot of people don't even know what Rich Media stand for. They think I'm talking about money, and Rich
Mhm.
Media has nothing to do with money. Rich, the word Rich is an acronym for Recorded in Christ's Honor.
Yes.
Recorded in
Amen.
Christ's honor. So this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Everybody, please find Miss Iketta Ricks on social media. Get
Mhm.
in her ear. Help her to continue to carry this message forward. Getting those numbers straight. You need to get your numbers straight. You need to
Mhm.
read good books. If you don't know any books to read, start with Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's highly recommended. Then you will realize why you should be using your own energy to get your own money to live the life that you desire to live. I ain't gonna say deserve because you got what you deserve because you're doing what
Mhm.
you're doing. You're doing it on your own right now. So,
Yep.
with that being said, dude, is there any last words? You said a lot. You said a lot of beautiful things. Is there any last words?
I'm just gonna piggyback off of what you said. I truly help people live the life that they prayed about. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally living the life that I prayed about. Um, it's going to take action. Bad credit doesn't fix itself, but Sawyer Score does. And it's never too late to get started with fixing your credit. But the sooner you start, the sooner you'll get results, and the sooner and closer you'll be to achieving your goals. But just know, without good credit, you're going to be stuck. You're going to continue to settle. You know, you like landlords right now. Um, they don't want they don't want to see you get good credit because that means you're going to stop their income. You know what I'm saying? For the house that you're paying for, the generational wealth that they're going to pass down to their kids, you're paying for. You know what I'm saying? Leave a legacy for your kids. You know, if you have a business idea or you it's people out there, let me help you. I can pull that niche and that success out of you because you're sitting on something right now that people would pay for you to do. Like I was sitting on doing credit for free when there's people out here to pay for me to fix their credit, even though it was something that they can do themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's women out here right now. I just helped somebody, two people, just really quickly. Writing. She loves to write. She didn't think that she could get paid for writing, but guess what, sis? We are in a pandemic. People need resumes. People are out here needing jobs. She's out here writing resumes and grants, and people are getting big money, and she's getting paid. She's walking in her purpose, but she's getting paid. I had another friend loves to do laundry. I was like, sis, it's women out here who hate to do laundry right now. All we need to do is get you a little bit of business, get some cards, let's get you structured. Now she's out here and she's this close to firing her corporate America job because she's doing laundry out here for these people, that don't have time. So there you have something in you. You just don't know it and you're not believing in you to do it. You don't have an accountability partner. So if you need a coach or a mentor, or you just want to have a conversation with me, I do offer a free discovery call. So that free discovery call, we can look at your personal credit. We can talk about your goals of what you're trying to do. If you want to be a business owner, I at least extend 15 to 30 minutes for free. to talk to you, to see and share with you how I can help you get to the next level. And then it's up to you to take the next step. But I do extend that.
Wow. Is that on the website?
Yes, it's on my website. You can click a free
Wow.
discovery call. I open up my calendar for those day Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. I open up my calendar for those calls.
Wow. You are truly a blessing. Thank you for brightening up some of the spots in my mind that were a little darker before I met you on this podcast today. Thank you for helping me see more. And I'm definitely going to be excited about people reviewing this content and knowing you more about you. I'm so excited today. I promise you, in my heart, if I could show you the inside of my heart, it's like stuff dancing in there right now. So thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Blessings to you. I'm going to share your information with everybody I can, so that people can connect with you. I'm proud, and I need a public confession right now. I need you to come back to the show in the future and talk to the people again, especially to me. Do I have a public confession that you will come back to the show?
Anytime. I will knock all this stuff off this desk. Uh
Yeah,
Make sure that I can connect with you. And our people, they need us. So
yeah, they
absolutely.
need us, right? Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right. We're gonna go ahead and log this thing out. I really appreciate you. You are a special person. The world needs you, and I'm thankful. So you stay on the line when I end this broadcast. So good people, I love you. I hope your mind was brightened up a little bit more today. Bye bye.
Bye.